The Japanese Maritime Self Defense Force has mounted a railgun on one of their test vessels. Railgun installed on Japanese warship testbed. Japan is now pushing ahead with naval electromagnetic railguns, which the U.S. Navy has shelved. The Japan Self-Defense Forces have offered an official look at the turret-mounted electromagnetic railgun now installed on test ship JS Asuka. The Japanese Ministry of Defense Acquisitions Technology and Logistics Agency, ATLA, has been working on railguns since the mid-2010s, which has could be a future armament for Japanese warships, could also be employed by ground-based mode. This is also a category of weapons the U.S. Navy notably shelved development of in the early 2020s after work showed great promise but ran into technical hurdles. As we scroll down here, we see the Twitter releases of this and a little bit of close-up. This is the ship. So we can see the turret-mounted railgun system these guys are working on. You probably never want to see that thing looking at you like that in a hostile situation. Another great example, they've attached it to the helicopter landing deck. So there's plenty of space for them to work on and perfect this. A couple other views of it. And that's on the helicopter landing deck. And just a better view of the entire ship. Again, this is a test vessel. They use this for testing all kinds of different weapon systems and non-weapon systems. But getting back to the article, it talks about how the United States Navy shelved this technology years ago because it just ran into too many technical difficulties, and leave it to the Japanese to continue pushing ahead with this technology, because this is legitimately a game-breaking technology if you can get it to work. This is a picture of it test firing at sea. As it says right here, a Japanese prototype railgun is fired during at-sea testing in 2023. Don't know what it was mounted to at that time. Kind of looks like it's a gun out of Minecraft, doesn't it? That literally looks like something out of Minecraft, the movie. That's crazy. Here they get into some of the technicals and the most important aspect of it. Being able to achieve a muzzle velocity of 4,473 miles per hour and a barrel life of 120 rounds are among previous testing goals. Reports have said that ATLA has been pushing to reduce onboard power requirements as well. This is what they've achieved. How the Japanese railgun design may have evolved since 2023 is unclear, but what can be seen of the weapon now on board JS Asuka shows features in line with what those shown in pictures of the prototype that ATLA had previously released. ATLA has reportedly been able to demonstrate the ability to fire rounds at a velocity of 4,988 miles per hour, or Mach 6.5, while using 5 megajoules or 5 million joules of charge energy in previous tests. That's going to go in one side of the ship and out the other. It may not deform much as it passes through. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. We're going to go back to the Minecraft picture here of it. Again, it looks like a cannon from Minecraft. And this is a video of it test firing. As you can see, it's a static test. And you got to hope that they hit their target. Let's see. Oh, it was 3 feet away. Well, hopefully they hit it. Looks like they hit it. This is what they hope their future destroyers will carry. And I think this is definitely worth looking at. Towards construction of future destroyers, the Maya-class Aegis frigates, Asahi-class destroyers, Mogami-class frigate, Moving forward to the new frigate multi-mission Future Destroyer 13 DDX. Worth noting, Railgun. High power laser. Capabilities required for Future Destroyer. New ship-to-air missile. High-speed maneuvering. Target detection radar. Railgun. HPM weapons. Active homing short-range surface-to-air missiles. Laser 10 kilowatt class. That's a completely separate video unto itself. The upcoming classification of lasers. We're going to have many different classifications. As a previous video on this channel I did talking about how drones are now mounted with 25 watt variable power, so they can crank it up a little bit, lasers to attack missiles. And that is the overall goal with this. This graphic is in the story. And I don't speak Japanese, but what it clearly looks like is the engagement of aircraft, helicopters, missiles, air-launched missiles by the weapon system. And it looks like it's sitting on a stack of lithium-ion batteries. The Japanese have a lot of experience operating with lithium-ion batteries in weapon systems and platforms. Their new Tagai class attack submarine is designed from the ground up using lithium-ion batteries as its propulsion system. It's deemed to be a revolutionary propulsion system. Absolutely silent. If I could turn my camera right now, I have a cat literally crawling up a blanket. This is hilarious. The blanket fell. And so did the cat. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry for the interruption. I found that funny as hell. I really wish I could have turned the camera. It's stationary, unfortunately. The Japanese Tagai class uses lithium-ion batteries, and it does look like this thing is stacked on top of a stack of lithium-ion batteries. You okay, buddy?
Railgun.
Asa, 5秒前。3、2、1、発射。
A railgun is one of the next-generation gun that uses electrical energy to fire projectiles at an initial velocity exceeding that of conventional guns. It is also expected to have a dramatically increased firing range and more.
I just want to note that that's clearly land-based systems here. That is a vehicle-mounted railgun artillery piece. So this is definitely a breakthrough technology that I'm certainly glad the Japanese stuck with. The way the Navy, the U.S. Navy, didn't want to proceed with it, well, I'm glad the Japanese did, and I'm sure that there's a technology transfer that'll happen in there somewhere.
It is also expected to have a dramatically increased firing range and more destructive power. It has successfully penetrated multiple layers of steel plates, simulating a vessel structure.
In one side, out the other.
In the 2023 fiscal year, shipboard firing tests conducted with the cooperation of Japan Maritime Self Defense Force, with the aim of achieving early deployment. Research is progressing steadily toward early deployment.
And according to that graphic they showed in there, right up here, they want to have it ready for their upcoming destroyer, which, according to this graphic, is in the first part of 2030. As you can see right up here, future Aegis, future destroyer. They have it pinned at about 2031, 2032. And that, again, active railguns, lasers. Naval combat is going to change. Overall combat is going to change with this kind of technology. This is the kind of technology that is a game changer if you can perfect it. And if the Japanese have truly, for lack of a better word, perfected it, then this is game changing. They're not the only ones doing it, though. The Chinese mounted a railgun on the front of one of their vessels in 2018. What's its progress been? We don't know. But what we do know is that any of the ships they have launched from that time forward has not had one of these on it. So whatever its progress is, we don't know. Turkey is also just a bit outside. But the fact they're working on it, lots of nations are working on it. I think the United States and Japan are about to have a technology transfer. I would fully expect that all United States vessels in the mid-2030s and moving forward would have railguns on them. And lasers. And drones. The world's about to change. Sorry about the interruption halfway in there. I really wish I could have shown you guys that. He was climbing it like a monkey, and he fell flat on his ass. And it was hilarious. But what isn't hilarious is this railgun technology. It's deadly serious. And we here, we're going to keep an eye on it. I appreciate you listening. If you did, hit the like. Maybe hit the subscribe, share it with a friend, let them know, hey, the Japanese, they put railguns on their ships. And it's not just to knock down a stupid transformer like in a movie. Again, this is out of Transformers 2. When they use the railgun to shoot the transformer on top of the pyramid, because the pyramids are right next to the Mediterranean, don't you know? And, yeah, boom. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Ridiculous. But in real life, it's here. We'll see what it turns into. Appreciate you.